think we're good. Start this. All right, I think we're good. Episode 1, September 22nd. We're just going to be going over the things that I've learned from the various books I'm reading. I'm reading 3 books right now. I'm reading Expert Secrets by Russell Brunson, as well as Magnetic Marketing, Dan S. Kennedy, and the 10X Rule, Grant Cardone. And why am I reading 3 at a time? Because I can. Would I rather read one book at a time? And no, I actually wouldn't. It's been interesting reading 3 books at once. But in any case, let's dive into it. Right now, we're learning about the title of Liberty or Manifesto and Expert Secrets. Give them an identity shift when it comes to your following your audience. But what was interesting is it's a way to inspire the audience you're following, your tribe, when you create that title or liberty. Russell Brunson brings out this, what's her name? Kaylin. She has her own following she calls her lady bosses, and that's the name of her tribe. She has this whole manifesto. Lady Boss is a courageous woman inside of us who takes responsibility for where she's at. She isn't a victim of her circumstances, doesn't make excuses or nothing like that. Lady Boss can have it all, do it all without having to compromise who she is or her integrity. Isn't just about talk, but getting it done. All these different things that is the embodiment of that tribe, of that title. Even Russell Brunson has that as a funnel hacker, as an entrepreneur, smart, leaner, faster, free. Funnel hacker believes that their business is a calling, their products, services, and messages they share have the ability to change the lives of the people. So this is the people who he intends for his people to become, and that also can have a huge impact on their progress, on their what is that? There's like they have that what's the word I'm looking for now? They have that community within them that differentiates them from the mass majority of people. The next step that was after this is creating milestones for the people as they push towards new results. Russell Brunson has various milestones. He has the 2 Comma Club, which is when people reach $1 million using their funnels, as well as 2 Comma Club X and 2 Comma Club C. 2 Comma Club X is when they reach $10 million inside their funnel. And then Club C is when they reach 100 million. What's funny about the industry too is there's no rewards or anything when you're in entrepreneurship. You're doing what you can, you're making money, you're successful, quote unquote, but that's about it. There's not really someone who comes to you, shakes your hand, says good job or anything like that. Not like that's a bad thing, but can be, and it can affect your outlook on your situation, can affect your progress. Finally, this is where I left off, is uniting with a social mission, allowing the hero's journey to also achieve not just the end goal, but also a journey of transformation. This is a transformation who the hero becomes while on the journey of achievement. But you also help your tribe to do the same. Because if you don't do this, he mentions if the only thing you do with your tribe is to help them achieve a result, eventually they will leave you. There is no long-term fulfillment in achievement alone. So what he ended up doing was donating to various charities. Well, one charity in particular first, and dialed that one in within his creative, within his community, and that encouraged them to do the same in their respective niches. All right, so that's what I read in Expert Secrets. Let's move on to Magnetic Marketing, Dan S. Kennedy. We're talking about offers. The overall one for this one is foundational rules. So the first rule is there'll always be an offer. So make an offer that's appealing, one that's actually going to benefit your business as a whole and not run you sad. He's like, don't be a common offer like the sale of the century or this weekend only. You got to be the godfather of offers. An offer so big, so bold, so perfectly targeted to the who you've identified as your slam dunk customer that is impossible to refuse. Rule 2 brings out there will be a reason to respond. They, as in the people who you're talking to, your community, your ideal audience, you have to give them a reason to stay with you the whole way through. Otherwise, they're going to want to leave. So, few ways to do that: tie the offer to a hard and fast deadline, restrict the offer to a limited number of customers, remove the bonus or gift from the deal if they don't act right away, and add an element of bidding to the deal a la eBay. So there's just a few ways that you can do that. Next on the rules is you will give clear instructions. When someone is confused as to when someone's confused as to what you are doing or how to go about it, they're not going to buy. If you don't have that clarity, there's no reason for them to buy from you, right? Rule number 4, there will be tracking, measurement, and accountability. And this is crucial, especially if you're tracking how to improve or where to improve or what to do and all that. Tracking is going to be crucial. Business management by objectives is the only kind of management that actually works, and you need real hard facts and data to make good, intelligent marketing decisions. So crucial. Rule number 5, only no-cost brand building. Building the brand is something unique to a business, and it's not something that can be generated. I don't think a brand can be AI generated at this point in the game as well. A brand it embodies more than just dollar signs and fabrics. Like there's usually a message behind and a following behind brands that you can't just pick out of a hat. So he mentions here to allow that. He said he's not opposed to brand building, but he is opposed to paying for brand building. So if you're going to do something like this, build the brand. Don't buy it. Rule number 6, there will be follow-up. If you don't follow up, you're in a world of hurt. It's interesting. He mentions here how each person that comes in is obviously interested in what you got going. And if you don't take their potential to the max because they were interested at some point within your advertising, then you're actually hurting yourself. He says when you invest in advertising and marketing, you're not just paying for the customers you get, you're paying for each lead you generate. Every call, every walk-in, every email, every reaction and response of any kind. If the ad costs you $1,000 and you get 50 calls, every call you fail to follow up on is exactly like pulling a $20 bill from your wallet, taking a match to it, and watching it go up in flames. So your follow-up is crucial in the game when it comes to making sure you're making a sale. So he recommends restate, resell, and extend the same offer. Usually it's not the first impression when someone's going to buy from you. Provide a stern or humorous second notice tied to an onrushing deadline. So present it again, re-emphasizing the approach deadline. And then the third and final notice, tie this communication to the deadline and disappearance of the offer. And then change the offer. Sometimes you can change the offer relatively easy by offering new or extended installment payment terms, by swapping out a bonus for something different, etc., etc. So there's ways to get around it, but it's still just as crucial to do the follow-up because that's what makes the sale. Rule number 7, there will be a strong copy. This one is, I'm still working on this one. I'm not really even sure how to do a copy myself. So that's something I will be working on within these next month or so. But he says writing factually and professionally rather than emotionally. It communicates conversationally one-on-one, just like you would sitting across the table from someone. And then being timid or bland in your claims and promises. Many believe their customers' patience and clients are smarter or more sophisticated than others, but that's wrong. These beliefs are in contradiction to facts and experience for every category of product or service. So find find what works. You're an A game player, and so be that person. Be that person in the game. And that kind of concludes it for Dan Kennedy's Magnetic Marketing. We'll move on to the 10X rule with Grant Cardone. That wasn't necessary. Right now he's discussing goals. Are they equivalent to your potential, or are they just average? What I love about Grant Cardone in his 10X rule is everyone has that standard that they've set based on the success or progress that they've come to, but are you trying to get where they are, or are you trying to go beyond where they are? Realistic goals is based on, or rather, the word realistic, he mentions, is based on what others have accomplished and believe is possible. But if you believe that other things are possible beyond what they believe, then what are you going to lose if you even get half as far as they did? So when you're setting goals, don't restrict yourself. We've been educated to restrict ourselves within our goals, and that's been hurting us over the years. So he mentions a few ways to go around this. You are setting these goals for you, not for anyone else, and anything is possible. 3, you have much more potential than you realize. 4, success is your duty, obligation, and responsibility. 5, there is no shortage of success. And 6, regardless of the size of the goal, it will require work. So it's interesting. Grant Cardone is he's obviously a industry leader when it comes to business and building business and creating these opportunities for, himself and others around him. But reading about it and seeing his thoughts on the matter is just bringing it up even more so. How much more important it is to make sure that these things are accounted for. And if you're not doing what you need to do, then what are you doing at the end of the day, right? So that's it for today. Hope you enjoy, and we'll see how far I get on these books. Just as a disclaimer, last month, because I had so much time on my hands, I was out in Dominican Republic for about a month. I finished 3 books in 40 days. So if that tells you what is possible in this world, get after it, because there's a world full of potential out there waiting for you. Anyway, hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day. Take it easy, and we'll see you next time.